Hi, this is Adhis Boucha, the new money mama. A few years ago, my husband and I were vacationing in Las Vegas, and as I was flipping through a tourist magazine that was in the hotel room, I was so excited to find a full-page ad advertising a comedian who was in town at the same time that we were in Vegas. It was a comedian I had seen as a teenager and just loved. He was so hilarious. I'd seen him on TV with my dad, and I just remember we were both laughing so hard at his comedy and his magic tricks. And so I told my husband about these great memories I had of this comedian on TV, and so we bought tickets right then for the show that was a few hours later. Well, so imagine my glee when I got to the show and we were on the front row tables for the show. I was so excited, so excited. And then the pre-show started. And there was nudity and vulgarity and just off-colored jokes and visuals. And it was even before the comedian made it on stage. That's not my kind of entertainment, and so I was feeling really yucky inside. I told my husband, I want to leave. But the thing is, the exit was at the back of the room, and we would have to walk through hundreds of other guests to get there. Well, it just got worse and worse on stage, so finally I stood up, my husband stood up, and we made our way through the crowd. And as we made our way through, I could see some of the people were looking at us like, naivety, or they knew why I was leaving, and I was getting looks from those who thought that the show wasn't that bad. So when we got to the back door, the security people stopped us and asked us why we were getting up in the middle of the show or after it had already started, and I told them, I am not staying for the show. I don't put up with this, and I want my money back. Well, they hesitated, and then they let us through, and we made it back to the ticket counter. They asked us why we wanted our money back. I told them, hey, look, it's just dirty, and I don't want to be here anymore. I want my money back. And they kind of sighed, the people at the counter, and they're like, yeah, he's dirty, but nobody's ever asked for their money before. Well, I was so disappointed just because this childhood memory was completely obliterated. It was destroyed. But the thing I really took away from that event was that I realized for myself that I was willing to stand up for what I stand for, regardless of how uncomfortable or foolish or out of place I look doing it. So, what do you stand for? Are you standing up for it? See, we women, we have this tendency of kind of finessing through situations or staying quiet when things make us uncomfortable and just holding our opinions to ourselves, or meekly or sheepishly expressing an opinion and then getting beaten back. Because we have this idea that we want people to like us. We confuse charity and compassion and understanding for people, everybody liking us. And we were not sent on this earth with the mission to have everybody like us. If you look at all of the greatest leaders in the history of all the cultures that have so far lived on this earth, if you look at Gandhi, if you look at Mother Teresa, if you look at Jonas Salk, if you look at Jesus Christ, all of those people, regardless of their good nature, regardless of their great intentions, regardless of how they treated other people, were not liked by everyone. So what does this have to do with money? When you are certain and clear about what you stand for and are willing to stand up for it, you will make purchases that are more meaningful to you. You will make purchases and invest your money and invest your time in ways that are in alignment with your values. And that saves you money, because then you're not being swayed by the influences of the media, of sales reps, and friends who just have different values in regards to money. So what do you stand for? Are you standing up for it? Practice it. Practice it. As you become stronger and more confident and practice courage in the face of uncertainty and fear, you will become stronger spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and yes, financially. This is Adhis Boucha, the new money mama. Let's talk later.